Hello everyone, welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. In this video, I just want to prepare you guys because, I don't think it's a bear market right now, but I think it's good for us to have some sort of strategy or something in our head for if and when it does occur. Because, I keep saying you don't want this thing to fall down on your face and be unprepared. And, with, what we recently saw over last night, yesterday, it's enough to shock us all and make us panic. So, if this sounds interesting to you, please drop that like, give me a subscribe if you're new watching, and I will dive into this. But before I do so, I need to let you know, I am not a financial advisor. These are just my own personal opinions on the market. So please always do this before investing any money. That being said, it's a hard thing for crypto YouTubers right now to be giving you guys any sort of information in respects to, should you be buying, should you be selling, that's in this sense right now. Personally, I think it's something that you seriously have to, make your own mind up on, regardless of what any YouTuber says, because, we don't want to be that person where we say to you, oh, nah, this may be the bear market, it may be over, and then you start selling, and then the prices start to rise. I don't want to laugh, but it's happened before in the past. But then we don't also want to be that person where we say, yeah, buy loads, because it's a dip, and then it sells, right? So it puts us in a very vulnerable position. And especially me, because I don't want to be that one that gives you wrong information. But what I can do is prepare you for, because we, prepare you in advance in case it happens. You've taken some relative information from me. You've worked out a few different steps you can take. So if it does or if it doesn't, you know what to do. So first things first, I would consider, actually, before I do get into this, I pulled up some information that I want to show you on this entire drop, what we're seeing here, because I found it really interesting. And I'm going to get into the strategy in a second, but you need to see this. It's interesting. Take a look at this right here. This was the first piece of information that I found, right? Well, it's been hovering around. A few people have been reading it. It talks about a coordinated attack. I called it a coordinated attack like someone's about to get blown up. No, it talks about a coordinated sell-off in the Bitcoin price, and this anonymous person was an insider. Doesn't explain which firm he's from or anything, but if you read closely, it talks about the firm talking about a massive coordination to try and get someone to get liquidated in their position, right? And as you can see here, first, look, there will be a coordinated sell-off, drop the too early for me to be reading this, sell off to drop the prices below a certain threshold to liquidate one certain stakeholder, right? Now, I don't know who the stakeholder is, no one knows, but whoever that stakeholder is definitely got hurt bad with the cryptocurrency, right? They say they can't outrightly say who bought it, blah, 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 but they're saying just be prepared for it, because look, once liquidated, the plan is to then buy the dip, buy up all the reserves and essentially leave him bankrupt. Look, if you guys want to get rich, grab some coffee and watch for the big dip. Once it happens, things are going to go green really fast. We project 70k. Now, this was done back literally the day before this happened, which is why it's crazy, right? Which is why I had to show you, because look, the 18th of May, we saw this massive tumble on the 19th, my birthday. What am I laughing for? So this is why it makes me think, this was heavenly manipulated. It really was. It really was, because you can see it here, and there's more information. You can check this guy's Twitter here, Jacob. He found this information. I actually took a zoomed in picture of this here. Let me see if I can show you. I got a photo somewhere. Let me find the photo, because I wanted you to see some more stuff that they were talking about. Here we go. Let's just zoom this in a little bit so you can see what else was said, right? So look here, look. A bit blurry, but I can kind of see it. Look, I'm the insider you seek. I don't have much time. Again, all this was on May the 18th, the day before it happened. Everything is going according to plan. It's too soon to tell, but the schedule has changed due to non-compliance greed from another party. The operation has been pushed back to 1 p.m. Expect a 30k drop as a guarantee, or it's to go down to 30k. That's what we saw. And it's weird. It's eerily similar to what this person was saying, which makes me believe that this was you know, manipulated. The whole market, the whole drop, everything was manipulated. And yeah, I just find it interesting. You know what? And before I go into bear markets strategy, I just want to show you the price that I'm looking at and what I'm kind of waiting for, right? Because, you know, we've seen the price come back up. You know, look at down here. Look, it literally hit off around and dropped around 30k, just like that person said. It's weird. It's weird, but it's like it was spot on. Now, I'm keeping my eye on this section here, which is roughly around 38,000, roughly 38,500. If by the end of the week, Sunday, Bitcoin is below 38,500, I may consider working out a strategy to start taking profits, because this drop was so powerful that it's enough to spark a bear market, I promise you now. But it hasn't happened yet. And as you can see, we've started to buy back up. So, you know, I'm still leaning on the side that I believe, you know, that we're still in a bull market. And I think that prices could be, you know, start to shoot back up. We're starting to see prices go back up. But I just wanted to put that out there just to prepare. Because if you look here, there's been a lot of confluence on this line. It was heavily resisted. Then when it broke through, it came down, it held support. So this is sort of like the key line that most people are probably watching. I mean, you can probably do one down here as well somewhere if you wanted, maybe down here. But these are the sort of lines that I would be looking at. And if it broke those, anywhere between there, if it broke that, then I personally would, just because I'd have to start to believe that it may start automatically trigger a bear market. Sometimes it can do this, guys. So, you know, I'm just putting that on your radar. You need to be prepared for it, right? If it happens. I still don't think it's going to happen with the way things are going now. Look, we're almost at 40,000 again. So I'm just going to keep my eye on it. But let's talk about strategy, because if you don't want to be that person where it does fall down your face, you need to have some form of strategy. Now, I recommended before that we, you know, focused on coins that can stake, because, you know, I know that it's one of those things where you have to decide, do you want to, when the bear market comes, do you want to stick around and hold your position with certain coins? Because like I said, if you've got the Harmonies and the Zilicas, you know, you've got enough to be making a good passive income right now. But obviously once it drops, the income falls. But it also gives you the opportunity to add more to your stake, so you can stake more and make more money. So that's the first thing you need to ask yourself. Are you going to be one of these people that you'd be happy to sit back and, you know, accumulate more and build your bag? Or are you going to sell it off and take some profits? And if you are going to take some profits on, like, you know, your staking type coins, because that essentially, where are you going to put your profits? Where are you going to take them? Most people will probably put them into a stable coin like Tether, or a stable coin like USDC. These are usually the go-to coins where people want to put their cryptocurrency. Mostly Tether, because it's not a coin that can, you know, dramatically change. It's a stable coin. And I know a lot of people in the crypto space know this, but there's new people coming in. You may be interested about it. You know, it never goes up, never goes down. It always remains at the price of $1. Obviously, I'm showing it in British pounds here, so this is roughly $1, right? So this is what people are doing. And, you know, whether you're making thousands or hundreds of thousands or 50 quids, if you put it in Tether, you know that if the market drops, if it falls on your face, it doesn't matter. You've locked in your profits. And then you can choose to buy it back at a later date. But I would just be careful with which, you know, type of stable coin that you go for. Go for. Because Tether in the past has been, you know, there's been information on Tether where they've been able to freeze people's accounts, people's wallet addresses. That's because they're a centralized project, which means that they're controlled by a certain entity, whereas coins like Bitcoin is not controlled by anyone. Your wallet can't be frozen. You know, that's something to take into consideration when you look to take profits on these coins. Do you want to put yourself in that position where you have, let's say you had £100,000 or £1 million or 10,000, and then for some reason they just freeze your account, your wallet? That's something you have to take into consideration. But you know, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It's just I've seen it happen in the past. But yeah, that's something you have to do your own research on. A lot of people are using this. You can see there's a lot of volume. There's a lot of people using this for taking profits. So it's one of the most popular stable coins. But yeah, going forward, that's one strategy that you could do, is put your profits into a stable coin. That way, if you didn't want to come entirely out of the market, or if you are going to come out of the market and put it into British pounds or dollars, you have a chance to, you know, talk to your bank and set up all the different things that you need to do with the banks and stuff to let them know that you're putting money in your account. Because if you think you're just going to put 100 grand or 10 grand into your account, you best believe they're going to freeze it and just mash up your ass. So be prepared for that. Second strategy, maybe, like I said, maybe you may consider, once you've taken your profits, whether you put it into Tether. I think there's actually another coin that's interesting, right? Reserve, is it RSR? Reserve Rights has a stable coin. I think it's RSV. Is it RSV? Does it show up? I think these guys here, Reserve Rights, has a stable coin called RSV. And what's interesting about this one is it actually is a decentralized stable coin. Means that it stays pegged to the dollar, but it's decentralized. No one controls it. At least that's what I'm aware of. Drop your comments down below and let me know. But as far as I'm aware, this one is a decentralized one. There's a few like them, and there's another one called DAI. This is a decentralized, stable coin. So if I was to take profits, these are probably be the coins that I'd be looking to go into, because at least that way no one can freeze my wallet addresses and things like that. So, you know, that's another decision that you can take. But once you've taken your profits, you may want to buy back into some of the coins, because you'll see a lot of prices come down through the bear market, and you may want to consider buying some more coins. Well, what I would suggest is dollar cost averaging in. Now, if you don't know what dollar cost averaging in means, it's like you buy at one price, it falls down, you buy at another, it falls down, you buy at another. So that way you're not putting all your money at one price. So for example, if you had £1,000, and you know, I'm just going to bring this back so you can see, if you had £1,000 and you was buying through this horrible drop through here, through the bear market, you probably would have put like, let's say you put £100 at the top, and then it collapsed on you, then you put another £100 here, and then it collapsed again, you put £100 here, and then it collapsed even more down here, you put another £100, and throughout this period just buying £100. It gives you an average price as to how much you actually paid. So technically speaking, you wouldn't have really paid at the £20,000 price, because you was also buying some down here at the £2,000 price, roughly £2,500. It probably give you an average price of like, you know, £3,000, £4,000 Bitcoin price that you paid instead of a 20,000. That's because you was dollar cost averaging in. So that's another good strategy to think about when you're looking to buy crypto again through the bear market. But yeah, again, it's one of those ones where we can't really say too much on it, because we don't, especially for me, the last thing any crypto YouTuber would want to do is put you guys in a position where that's why we say we're not financial advisors, right? But I do know that some YouTubers can be very, influential. That's the one. We can be very influential. It happens, because you see it, we see the potential, we show you the potential, and you get influenced by it. So I think that this time around, I need to influence you guys to be taking the right steps to, secure yourself if you want to have some sort of profits. But yeah, when it comes to certain coins like your Zilicas and your Harmonies, you need to remember there is a unbound period. So I'm not being funny. At this time, if you're staking coins, whether there is Zilica, Harmony, Veras, Clark, because Veracity has a 48 or 72 hour unbound as well. These coins, you have to prepare yourself in advance, because, like, for example, if you were staking this, you had no choice. You had to face that dip, because even if you unbounded on the 18th, you still would have had to have waited 13 more days to get your unbound. So you would have had to have faced this. But yeah, I would just prepare. So if you feel like it is the end now, again, not investment advice, if you feel like it's the end now, unbound your stake. And then wait the 14 days, and in 14 days time, you can then take your profits. Like I said, you can put it into the stable coins or whatever you want to do. But you have to prepare yourself in advance when it comes to these kind of coins, because there is an unbound period. Things like Cardano does not have an unbound period, which is great. Which is why I like Cardano, right? Because when you stake it, you can just unbound it straight away. Yeah. Harmony is 1 week, I believe. And then Veracity, Veras Clark, which I call it, I think it's 72 hours. Just check on it to make sure. But keep in mind that you have to unbound your stake when you're doing these things, so you can prepare yourself for when you want to take profits. I personally, I probably won't use a stable coin. I mean, if I was to, I'd probably look at the DAI or Reserve, but I'm probably going to put mine in Bitcoin. And I've said it for a long time because I believe that I have to follow the money. And right now, the money is still hyped up on Bitcoin. Bitcoin seems to be the long-term thing where, you know, banks are implementing it, the governments are looking at it, institutions are implementing it. It's being implemented into the real world. And as time goes on, we will be able to buy anything with Bitcoin. So I'm focusing on trying to grab as much Bitcoin as I can because I want to be up there with the riches. And I think that's what we should all be doing. So I probably, once I see my highs, I'd probably take profits and put them into Bitcoin just because I want to have more Bitcoin. But again, you don't have to do that. It's entirely up to you. Your Patreon of mine, you know all this stuff. I showed you guys, this stuff way before everyone else on YouTube was prepared for it. Well, watching my channel anyway. Obviously, other people may have saw it. But yeah. If you want to become a patron, you're welcome to do so. I have 7 tiers. Take your pick. You can see my buy, sell, stake alerts, take profits. I'll guide them as well. Try to keep them calm and focused through times like this because it's mad, crazy, ludicrous. Bum, you best believe. No, it seems like the only person that really knew what was going to happen was this person because they knew about the coordinated price sell-off, right? So, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here. I didn't want to say... Oh, actually, no. Before I go, one last thing. I told you in my videos, right? Let me show you. This one here. Is this... Actually, this one here. Buy the dip. And is this the end? Watch them. I keep saying to you, if you're new to my channel, watch these videos because it talks about the market overall. The entire crypto market. Is the bull market going to be over? Is it going forward and blah, blah, blah? They're important, especially if you're holding altcoins because it will tell you what's going to happen as well. You know, even though Bitcoin's the main leader, they all tend to follow altcoins and altcoin. You know, it can guide you on your altcoin journey. But I was talking about, the fear and greed index. And I said to you, I was expecting it to go as low as, 20, 18, something like that. It's now at 11. And what I always say is, this for me is a great indicator to tell me when I ain't cutting it in my words all jibber jabber, to tell me when I should be buying and selling. Right now we are in extreme fear. Everybody is still fearful. People don't know what to do. Most people have sold at a loss. This is extreme fear. When it's on the green side, it's always been a good time to sell when it's on the green side because you're selling at high profits. When it's on the red side, I look at it as a good opportunity to be buying coins. Not investment advice. But if this is true, and they're talking about how, once this dip happens, the big dip, once it happens, it's going to go green really fast. And they're projecting 70k. That's a new all-time high. Which makes me think, well, maybe, again, not investment advice, maybe this could be the good opportunity to be buying crypto. And when I look at this, and they're saying, if you guys want to get rich, remember this was on the 18th of May, the day before the drop, grab some bags, well, I'm telling you, grab some coffee and watch for the big dip. And, again, they were talking, 30k as a bottom, which is weird because, it actually hit that. Really, really weird. So, yeah, I'm keeping an eye on this. Entirely up to you what you want to do. Patreon of mine, you're going to be updated. I'm going to keep you focused and stuff. And, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here now. If it was helpful to you, please drop that like. Give me a subscribe if you're new watching. Thank you for watching. And, yeah, I'm going to do a shout out to my patrons. Are you ready for this long-ass list? I'm going to have you sitting there for another half hour. You best believe. Let me get my Patreon list up. It's just mad. Shout out to Satoshi Nakamoto. You know who you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the new patrons that have come in, I see you. You snuck through on platform 9 3/4, but I saw you. Thank you. I know some came through Diagon Alley as well, but it's all good. Thank you. You witches, wizards, and muggles. What am I laughing for? Shout out to, you ready for this? Long list. Dana, Mr. T West, Tori Notary, Glenda, Is Time, Carver Black, SM, Marco Costanti, Michael, AJ. I switched a few in and out because some people left the Crypto Express. Frank C63, Clarence Dennison, Christopher Johnson, Jacob Adams, Mr. Anonymous, Suraj Shakla, Lewis Roach, Latasha F, Carlos Rocha, Mr. Tuffu, Demarest, Samo Stancox, Rahul the God, Dante Kennedy, RG. I might get a few names mixed up and wrong, but Still good, I'm learning. Bizzle, Max, Kenneth Whitley, Wisen, Marcelo Trevino, Rudy X Robinson, Manny Sanchez, Catherine Chung, Taron Samuel, Stephen Edward, Abiola, Rachel Mack, just because I know it's so long. Pamela Williams, Brandon, Stacks on Racks, but I appreciate you, thank you. Rick, Geoffrey Williamson, Omar Thomas, Casper Nell, Aaron Davis, CCP269, good feels nice. Lucas, Albert Lynn, Dominic, Will W, Peter Stoddard, Belinda Spencer, Eric Foreman, Semyon, Fatima Price, Shonda Owens, Tanner McLaren, Josh Wills, Tom Baird, Marcel SSK, Kevin Ward, let's see, I'm starting saying names that ain't there anymore. Sassavi, Michael Keel, Christopher Hoss, Chris Steed, Peter Moser, Snowy, D Swearing, Andrea Harding, Posywell, Eric, Kelvin, William Fox, Esjar, Claudette Hormiliosa, like Wingardium Leviosa, Shakir Hussain, Jeff Tomtich, Paul Lamoureux, Lamar Lee Seeley, Cody Harris S, Daniel Hopkins, Cyril, Alexander Foley, Gilbert Baggins, Stefan, Eric Jackson, Paul Forrest, Hassan the Don, big up the Don, Benson Harm, hold on, trying to cut myself there, messing up my words, Parrot, what I'm laughing for. Russell Cohan, Joseph Marcus, Joshua Menglona, Crypto Mac, Jordan Bomb, Andrew Queen, Gimme the Gains, Videx, West AM, Ali, Mo C, Fiat Jesset, LSS, Mike V, Ambrieve, Geronimo Favero, Orica M, J Fave, Pierce O'Sullivan, Terry JC, Ollie, Elton Rosario, Orvia Broomfield, Frank Essam, NASA, Ignacio, Daddy Handy, G Crypto London 7, it's just so damn long. Crypto Chico, NM That Man, Francis Loco, Zach Adam, what? Look, I've already got to the bottom, let me go. Where am I? Francis Loco, Zach Adam, Mansauer, Kieran Phoenix, Jean de Jaguar, Donne Devereaux, Nico McDonald, it's hard trying to do it fast. Michael Lloyd, Marcus Gittery, I think it's Gittery or Jittery, Robert Loss, exactly us. Just mash up your head, you Dementor. I'm Dementor, I tell ya. Stoney Mac, John Lowe, Ken Marrold, Ranjo Singh, Rafael Grouper, Laura Bruce, Aiden, Ejiki Okori, sick little spell there, I love your name. Luke Ainsworth, Mr. Durai, Anthony Berry, Ian Fates, TRG Investments, Branko Dorosilic, Marky Sessi, hello, Ryan Orange, Ryan Williams, Tukin, Santino, Raf Hussein, Kenneth Holmes Jr., love that name, Joel, or Joel, I think it's Joel, let me know, Joel, yeah, Crazy Jam, Timothy J. Brusky, Renee, I think it's Renee, Chris, Melissa James Davis, UK MC, No Name, Jack Slater, Pablo, Bradley Kim, Lena111, Lena111, I think it's Lena, Sunny V, Crypto 1, Ross Martinu, Hani Abu, Ricardo Venegas, I think it's Venegas, I know, let me know, Shinadu, Oscar Vilgas, Crypto Moon, Nightman 911s, New to You, Jackson Tepper, Francis Hernandez, Elliot Barron, Akbar, Big Al, Jermaine Allen, David Ededeji, there you go, Ededeji, yeah, Chiquita, what's going on? John Sandoval, Aaron Silo, Chris McClendon, Optimus Poompage, Edgar Cortez, Angel, Ramil TV, Kirsten, hello, Drew, Mr. Drew, SNCC, C. Mullen, Daddy Albers, Sander Kampong, Joshua Asher, Darnell D, Black 8, Bob Ross, got to put them B's in it, you know, Eli, Mikey, User X 2019, Ibrahim Kamara, Black Star, Chiles Creations, Akis, Voderus, love it. Abid Hussein, Moises D. Lopez, Michael, Keith Harrison. I told you there was loads. I'm still going. Joshua Josephus Samara, Neona London, Chris Tap Dances, Iris, Jack Bliss, Montreal Ammon. I like it. Nice name. Joey J, Raj T, Liesel, Brian Reedy, Islam, Tari, Cornell Goodman, Matthew Walker, Carlos Portas, Sarpaint Singh, Dennis Booman, Alessandro Bonini, Mark Peake, Elliot Chew, Royal ID, Teddy Barrel. There's so many. Hassan P, Cougar, Gordon McCulloch, Monica Matteo, trying to get his surname right, you know, Adam Allen, Ralph Green, Marcus Dunbar, Johnny Matthews, Michael James, Arted, Mouse's Gallery, listen, some of these names, Mrs. Carla V, hello, Rizwan, what's happening, A Kings, Ice Cat Trader, Davidas No Mentors, that just opens that book with the spell, you best believe, because there's some books that are locked and you need to, anyway, Connie, what am I laughing for, A. Alamu, Williamson Johnson, Anthony Donne, Karen Danick, Kimberly Gearman, Awful One, Cylindale, Tashuma, Stefan, Coinage, Adriana Landa, PC World, you best believe PC, Marky 27, Dave, Chris Adlam, I've got to start scrolling down again, Crypto Newbie, I want to say Newbie, is it Newbie? Let me know, Thomas Rodriguez, Golden Bag, Slow Measy, No 21, I remember it used to end there, let's keep going, Trevor, listen, there's a reason why they're all patrons, right? Trevor Dawson, Jude, I want to say Jude Tam, Thierry, Mr. Crypto, Joe Youssef, Chucks Anderson, Splurge Ultra, RF Joy, Kelvin Rodriguez, Rodriguez, yeah. Danny Rich, Elstein, Tafadzwa, I think I said that right. Memphis Demphers, that's sick. I like the name. Who is sick? No, mummy. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. Carnival 444, Morgan Culver, is that right? Joe, Kalpeshkumar, I think I said that right. Jack Sutton, it's like, what's up? This is Sutton, you know. Alex Pagan, Pagan. Seraph X, Seraph X, I think that's right. Kevin V, Crypto Hustle, big up. Anish Patel, Dean, Aaron Nova, Mohammed Imran, Ankush Jane, Corey, Mario L, Vanessa Small. I told you! I'm still going. Michael Roberts. Elijah Ayland. I think I said it wrong last time. Elijah Ayland. I think it's Ayland. Nika Onu. Moinul Hussein. Andrew Laramie. Nadine Jordan. Look, I'm getting slow now. Eddie Leform. I like that. Tony B. D Wheels. Riyad Medicaso. I think it's Medicaso. Mandy Nguyen. Hold on. Hashmatala. I think I said that. Michael Ruddy. Will Brooks. John Wesley. Surah Rashid. Amandeep Whaler. And Masixo. Look, I've got to learn your names. I'm still scrolling all over the place. Thank you. Look, I know there's new patrons as well. I'm going to add you guys. I see you. Thank you so much. You best believe I'm going to be sitting there even longer. It's mad, crazy, ludicrous. Boom. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I'm scrolling up again. Cheers.